Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wildermyth. Before we get started, Kumakon, apologies if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, asked us to quickly look at the characters' relationships, so let's do that real quick. Greggy, his relationships. He is a confidant with Everthai, so they know each other alright. Same with Arx. And he's a sweetheart with Mika. They seem to be getting pretty close. Not quite all the way there yet, but, pretty close. Mika is a frenemy with Arx. The two, they're not fans of each other, yet they're fans of each other. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sure you understand it better. Erke seems to be missing a neck in this photo. He's a crony. That's actually his son, if I recall correctly. Alicat. So yeah, Erke is her son. She is 35. Erke is 18. Hang on, let's double check that. This has been talked about on the Discord a lot lately. 35 minus 18. Okay, so she would have had Erke here, assuming he is her biological son, which is possible. She would have had him at 17. It's doable. It's not the best, but it's doable. But yeah, that is a bug. People have reported cases where the mother would have been like 11 years old when she had the kid. And yeah, that's a bug. That's going to be fixed. Don't worry. They will be fixing it so that the mother has a minimum age when having a kid. Erke has no relationships with anyone else. He's kind of just joined. Arx, confidant with Everthai, confidant with Greggy, frenemy with Mika, and that's about it. We've pretty much gone through everyone. Everthai is pretty much just cool with everyone, except for Erke. Yeah, just yet. No one's really gotten to know Erke just yet. He's still new. He's still learning. He kind of just showed up today. And we have to talk to the inhabitants of Lightwood. I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna try to go south, and then we'll have our backs to these mountains here, so we're gonna go south, and then travel east across this river, and then make our way through these infested tiles over to Lightwood. I'm gonna check this to see if this is the final mission of the chapter, and if it is, I'll probably go clear out these areas, assuming that a whole bunch of areas over here haven't been attacked. But if it's not, then I'll probably just talk to them immediately. I'm getting the feeling it's not the immediate end to the chapter, but just in case. Anyways, we got Greggy, Arx, Everthai, Mika, and Erke. Erke is, again, missing his neck. It's fine. Erke is a Dullahan. I'm establishing that now. Erke is a Dullahan in the Yondering Lands. Mika found him in a graveyard one day, took him in, and then, 2 months later, when he was, still a baby, she was shocked and terrified to find the headless body of her newly adopted baby just waddling around, and then she found the head like the next room over eating some cookies or something. This is established. Erke is a Dullahan. He can remove his head at will. And just, fan artists, get on that. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Oh, someone bidding the ghost goodbye. Someone has something. Everthai is acting strange. Everthai? Thought I'd find you out here. Everything alright? Everthai? You're acting different, I've been telling the others it's only stress, but... Mika? Yeah, Everthai? Help me... Help you? With what? Nothing. Are we not big friends? I would surely tell you if something were wrong. Nothing's wrong. Mika heard the dark hum beneath Everthai's voice, and things slid into place. The signs had been there for weeks, once she thought on it. Increasingly, Everthai's habitual demands for food and entertainment had been replaced with untimely spans of silence. Sharp, heart-chewing silence. There was little doubt left in her mind. Shall we go? Yes, I suppose we shall. I think it's time we went on a little hunting trip. Back to our beds, for now. Well, you know what? We got a bit of a ways until we get to where we're going. So let's go on that hunting trip, shall we? Yeah, no. Let's keep the rest of the group together. Let them. They'll pave the way. They'll scout the area. Erke, Mika, separating our only two warriors. But you know what? Let's go. It's okay. Well, it's on the way. It's on the way. It's fine. The arches and recesses of the crypt clutch their shadows jealously away from the lantern light. Mika's footsteps are dull, echoing, heavy. Not much further now, Everthai. Why do I feel this urgency to escape? To evacuate the bones before it's too late. This is my body. Mine. I claimed it. Wait till you see what's down here. We're going to be, rich. I love to have wealth, of course. Getting it's good. Classic Everthai. At the foot of the long, sloping passage is a circular room. One prominent memorial stands at the center, a sword thrust into it. What is the... Mika steps up to grab the jutting hilt. Realization dawns in the dark of those stolen eyes. Oh. Yes, below me are the bones of Suthia. Suthia the ghost hunter. Here is his great ghost-quelling blade. I'm sorry, my friend. If there were a better fate, I would find it. Well, we have two options. Die, 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 die! Or, Mika, this is Everthai, the real Everthai. I'll die too. You don't want that, do you? No, this is tricky. This is tricky. You know what? We should listen to the real Everthai on this. If the real Everthai is in there, we have to listen to her. She might know something we don't. Everthai? Are you there? You know another way? Yes, you must go to the... Everthai? Can't really think of anything. Just die! Mika Alicat, +2 injury. Well, that didn't go well. We're now fighting Everthai Bonecab. She is somewhere. There she is. I guess we just Guardian. Wait for her to come to us. That was easy. Humans don't really stand a fair fight in this game. As it sweeps through Everthai, the blade of the ghost hunter proves its legend true. Her flesh remains whole, while a black shadow courses from her body, torn forcefully loose. Without even a whisper, the shadow dissipates. Everthai? Ugh. Mika. It's you, isn't it? You're back. I never left. There was this other mind in me, and now it's gone. Is it? Why? You want to take another swing, do you? You kind of deserve it. They climb together towards the dawning sunlight. Later. Mika, I have to wonder. Do you really have to? Did you know the sword would work? I mean, that it wouldn't kill me? I knew it would work. I don't know how I knew, but please don't believe I risked your life in doubt. Mika? You're an awful liar. Well, we got the Grimblade! That's a +5 melee accuracy, +10 block. A powerful broad blade, weighty to swing, grim of purpose and design. Alright, well, you know what? Mika took that, and we're not exactly using the staff, so hey. We'll give her a fancy ghost hunting blade. Everthai came back from her journey with renewed purpose and a new story, ready for challenges that lay ahead. +1 damage to bows. I think the best option here is Raider. She doesn't have an offhand, so she can't swing her shield. She doesn't have shield. I'm not having her use any bows at the moment. So let's just let her start fires. There we go. And then join up with these guys again. No, we're here anyways. It was on the way. And what we got? Glenva Wild has been revealed. Oh. Assault Evan Altar. Must achieve our other... Alright, so we're gonna have to be coming back. We're gonna be coming back here, it looks like. That's interesting. We found something a bit early. Mika's fine. Quinox Cedars. May as well clear it out, get it out of the way. Sneak Thief. Where's my lucky coin? Can't be that lucky, getting itself lost. This one is all too common. It couldn't have been the spoon or the socks, could it? Had to be the coin. That coin is responsible for more victories than you think. I forgot it on a hunt one time, and I couldn't hit a thing. You know, friends help friends look for lucky coins. Okay, let me just... Work off the initiative. Oh, is that it? What the? And here I thought Thrixel were going to be the thing that ruined my day. Nice try, come here. I'm gonna need backup. Sure, go after the thing. Might get lucky. It's almost 50-50, right? Thought better of it, huh? Dash! Well, at least the luck returned quickly. See, those are called Thrixel. Thrixel. On the bright side, this event is very good at helping you pronounce the monster names. And now we know where they're congregating. Congregate... You know what? Never mind. Erke? Shh! Over here! I've got the coin, and we've got a leg up on the Thrixel now. So we got a bit of an ambush. On our side. As a mystic, Erke has acquired a knack for interfusing. Spirit Blade. When allies stand next to an infused object, they gain +1 damage. Infused blazes can be used to grant nearby allies fiery attacks. Erke bonds with the earth and summons from Seedling and Silt a wondrous tree that pins surrounding enemies. Or for each infused object, Erke's physical attacks gain +1 damage. You know what? We gave him a sword, so let's get him Vigor Flow. We can have... Let's actually start with Erke. Now test this out. And then, since he has a sword, and this would end his turn... Alright, it's not bad. It's not bad. Is this gonna do anything for us? Yes, it will. Aha! Take that! These Thrixel don't stand a chance! Just need one more hit on this one. There we go! And Arx, who is our knife boy, because if you remember last time I accidentally got rid of his bow, he's gonna basically sneak ahead. We got another thrust over here, and another Dweaver, so we just gotta move on up and hope to encounter them. And hopefully they won't encounter us before we encounter them. You know, like normal. Okay, she's probably gonna get hit here. And we'll move Erethai up to block the way to Erke. You know, protect the Mystics. Does he have Rogue? No, he does not. But he can still kill this, so... Put her there. Raider. as well. And... what are the chances that this will work? Not great. We tried. We very much tried. Okay, we hit twice. Well, if it works, it works. Okay, we're not killing it this time, but hey, we can do this. That's basically all we can do with arcs. Shoot, you can't, run away! Run away! Mika's hurt! Arcs, come in here, finish the job! We didn't give you that knife for nothing. I mean, it was an accident, but hey. In-game, you chose the knife. Moon Spear. Stone have the spears made in honor of the moon. Versatile for chopping, thrusting, even sweeping, and a great arc of enemies away. Empathy, can't use it. Don't want to replace that. So, you know what? Sure, we'll give it to Arcs, just so he's not running around with 2 daggers. So you got the coin back? Yep, the little rascal must have had a change of heart and dropped it. It's kinda cute. In an ugly way, maybe. Come here, little critter. Come on, you want to be friends? Let's have it go to Erke. As long as you can take care of yourself. But if my coin goes missing again, I'm using you as monster bait. So, the reason I gave that to Erke is because the critter gets +5 melee accuracy. And Erke's a melee mystic, apparently. That's what we're going for today. Erke the melee mystic. He's taken after his mother, but in a different way. It's fine. And the tower is now ours. We got some ingots, a spell thread, and another dueling sword. Melee accuracy, stun chance, and block. Okay, no, it is exactly the same. So, you know what, we'll give it to a Greggy. He's not a melee mystic, but he might need it. And you know what, to give Erke some warding, I guess. And let's build a bridge to get to this next area, and hopefully it doesn't... something bad doesn't happen. The prisoner. Mika and Erke went in search of an exile. Erke never told anyone. In fact, he often wondered whether it had truly happened at all. A death curse had been laid on his head as a boy. The words of some weird warlock whose wrath had been stirred. A vulture voice shrieked in Erke's sleep, returning each year on the night of a shadowed moon. Many years went by. As winters piled up, Erke began to feel a clutching hand at his heart. Death might come any night now, it seemed. So at last he confided in someone. He chose the person he cared for most of all. Cottage is just up this way. They traveled to the whispered home of an exile, an old mystic reputed to have studied curses and their counters. I do wonder... Yes, love? Well, there's a reason exiles got exiled, right? Hard to argue that point. But we ourselves aren't exactly welcome everywhere, are we? That's the best thing I could think of. Or this is the best thing I could think of. What's his name? The one I heard was... Glenloth. Hello? Hello? I heard my name. Shadowfawn night things, moonwalkers and lostlings. If you creep hungry to my cottage door, away again. I'm no morsel for a tooth, nor treasure for a... Oh! The man shines a light on their faces. 2 couth travelers, ahoo, ahoo, come inside. It's late, but I've got eggs. They tell this exiled mystic about Erke's curse as he fries eggs in a bluish bath of milk, salt, and crushed herbs. Curses, hexes, are really extensions of nature, agents of a wild will, like beasts, like fire, eating, breathing, destroying. Once a curse is spun into motion, it follows the course of chaos. The trick is to trap it, to lure it out of the life it circles, and bind it within a prison. Sure, I know how to do this, but the cost is always steep. Well, we don't have a lot of choice. It's nothing too extraordinary, I hope. For this, there's somewhere you must go. They set out again in the morning to find what the man has bid them to fetch. I'll just go it alone. The rest are gonna build a bridge. Slower now, but, you know, they got arcs, and he's a hunter, so he's good. Oh, great. That's gonna be bad, ain't it? What we got? I think we can handle all this. We'll let it pass for now. Bridge built! You guys patrol this. You might get ambushed, but it'll just be experience. A spooky cavern awaits them. Hey, I'm not set on going through with this, you know? Greggy, just follow me then. They make their way down through the dark. I'm not saying we're being fools, but do we have any reason to take that exile at his word? I mean, he seemed to know what he was talking about, which I guess is admittedly strange. Exactly. Worrisome topic to be an expert in, isn't it? Anyway, look, half-broken wall here, and a chamber on the other side of it. They're able to duck and sidle through a jagged crack in the ancient stonework. Was meant to be sealed, I guess. Mortar and stone crumble more as they scrape by. How many generations ago? Mortar comes away like cake paste. On the other side, it looks like he said it was buried. I didn't think he meant buried. It reads, "Everlasting rest now cradles our bright hero, Ansel Aristalis, who tore our world from the talons of a hungry evil, and gave his life to free us from tyranny." So this jewel we're meant to find, it has to be buried with his bones. This is wrong, or, well, this guy doesn't need it. Let's start digging. I think we're gonna start digging. The pair of them dig in the grey-blue soil and ash. The cave air is cool, their foreheads steam, and they don't speak. Chop and scruff of shovels, echoes, grunts, and heavy breaths. Deeper and deeper, the hole widening, the soil rich-smelling, smoky and sharp. And then, crack! He looks angry. In the earth where they dug, a green jewel glows brightly. This little gem is what Glenloth wanted? This can trap a curse? Already done the worst part. Might as well see it through. Mika? What do you figure this means? That's ominous. The ghost shouts wordlessly and attacks! Ah. Spectral hero. The apparition shouts and sweeps through the air, swinging a ghostly weapon that connects subtly enough. Well, that ain't good! Quick? What are we good at again? Soul splitting takes damage. Okay, so he is kind of a melee guy. We just want him to interfuse with stuff first. Hang on. Wild Grasp! Here we go, bring him closer! Strike from behind with a... Hey, our sword kills ghosts! You know, this is perfect. The sword kills ghosts. It's specially designed for this. Ah! We got the ghost-killing sword. You can't stop us. It's fine. Mika Alleycat is now a Bluehorn Warrior. Bard. Mika reduces cost of recruit jobs by 1, plus 5 stunt to all heroes in the party. Broad swipes. Mika's melee attacks deal bonus damage to all other foes within range or vigilance. Mika's heightened senses allowed her to perform infinite reaction strikes. I like broad swipes. Vigilance is very good. Vigilance is very good, but let's try and go for something a little bit different and try broad swipes. As a mystic, Erke has acquired the knack for infusing, blah blah blah. Infusions of books and textiles. Infused statues grant +1 potency. Infused garb has a chance to reflect damage. Erke will counterattack after successful melee block or dodge. Or long reach. Erke has +1 range with all attacks and abilities. Let's go for long reach. That might help with his firearm. The significance of the encounter will only become clear to them later. Mika and Erke take the long trip back to the cottage of the exile, making good time, but mulling over all they've seen and done. Doubt and confusion creep over them. Still, it's not enough to turn them from their course. I'm starting to wonder about all of this. Like, what spell does the old man plan on working? Is it going to be good? I've been feeling that way since we started this whole adventure. No, I'm sorry. It'll be okay. I mean, you're not going to tell me that Glenloth the Exile was behind it all from the beginning, are you? Fast! A pair of pennywits come a-calling. Ooh, I feel an itch in my old feathernicks. Glenloth, we're back! I know! Do I have to repeat that thing about my feathernicks? Here it is, the doom world you sent us for. It's heavy, it makes me nervous, being honest. Mika displays the doom world they found buried under the hero statue. In the air it glows green and lowly pulses with sound, like the beating of vast wings in an otherwise silent sky. Yes, that's the stone we need. How did you hear of this thing? You realize what we had to do to get it. Wasn't it just buried in some old hero's tomb? Yeah. Right, well, but come inside. We'll set to work. Back in the exile's windowless cottage, he takes the jewel and coaxes open a sleepy old tome. Translucent pages whisper by. Old silvery ink gleams in candlelight. Curses aren't something we normally see, you know? How hard is this? Yes, casting one is easier than removing one. The way releasing a bird from a cage is easier than getting it back inside. Well, and that's depending on the cage, I should say. I must fuse with the jewel, and with you, Erke. I'm ready. Now, allow me to reach out to you. What exactly will you be bonding with? The implications of such a thing aren't entirely clear, but it seems too late for mistrust. Glenloth's face goes blank for a moment, as the interfusion forms, first between him and the stone, next bringing Erke in and locking them together in a strange wobbly light. Erke feels a shadow presence exit his body, leaving his heart and his mind clear. There's a smell of fresh blood. For a moment, pain contorts Glenloth's face, and wild colors swirl under his skin. And then the shadow passes into the jewel. The bonds interfusing them fade away. It's done. I'm free! He drops the jewel and gleefully crushes it beneath his foot. Next, the house explodes. Well, that was fun. Glenloth stands tall amid the wreckage. Ah, delicious morons! Flagrant fools! Feel this moment! Remember this moment! Glenloth, what? I actually thought it was going somewhere else for that at the time. I legitimately thought it was going somewhere else. Oh, please, not Glenloth. Call me Vulture, Lord Vulture of Grey Mountain. For I am the Vulture Lord himself! Allow me to explain. In the days before the rise of the Tree Talkers, the Star Watchers, of the Wandering Poets, in those scorched and beautiful days, I was Vulture of the Grey Mountain, who conquered all the lands and peoples within my span. My soldiers are strong and plentiful as the stones. I stooped over every town, farm, and tower, plucked every goblet of joy that pleased me. And my reign would have lasted forever, if not for a certain acne-scarred thing. A guy is what he was. Ansel Aristolis, his awful and cumbersome name. Disguised, he came to me with a beautiful jewel, lied to me, and as I looked upon the gem, he spoke a rhyme. My immortal soul poured from me. My essence was imprisoned within the jewel for eternity, leaving my body. This shell you see before you, powerless, but alive. Over so many millennia I roved. For untold stretches of time, I was so weak I could barely eat. But I did hunger. Hunger was all I had. But then things changed. It was you, wasn't it? Yes, around the time you were a child, Erke, a mighty quake split the earth. The sealed chamber where Aristolis was buried with my powers must have broken. This allowed some of my strength to steep back to me. Unfortunately, the hallowed tomb still repelled my gaze, my steps, my efforts to attack it. Only someone with good intentions would be able to remove the jewel. Ingeniously then, I laid a curse on a child, one destined to be a hero, one capable of seeking out and exhuming the gem. Once retrieved, I would bind the curse into the prison in place of my own soul, freeing me entirely at last. So the curse was real. Then it all began and ends with you. Oh, trust me, nothing's close to ending. Soon enough, your whole world will be reborn. He has little wings as a shadow. That's a nice detail. As they move to attack, the man is gone. The Vulture Lord has been unleashed. So, alright, it's still different than it was before. They definitely changed that event. For those of you who are new, we went through this event before in our very first campaign with the Lover's Quarrel. But instead, it was a bit more silly. And, yeah, I believe there was no curse to begin with. So, a slight variation. I'm not sure if the original one is still in there, or if it was completely rewritten. But it's a nice touch. I thought it was going somewhere different, but it's slightly different. Cannot cancel any of these. Mika came back from a journey with another thing. Bard, engage Thundering Challenge. Let's just make her a bard. Right, well, as much as I'd like to continue, this episode went by surprisingly quickly, and we are over time. Spent a lot of time looking at relationships, I guess. You're welcome, Kumakan. Anyways. Yes. Here's another quick look at relationships as I talk. Not much has changed from the looks of things. But we are officially out of time, so I'm going to have to say thank you everyone so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you liked it. Don't if you didn't. How worried do you think we should be about this whole Vulture Lord thing? I'm going to say not very. And I will see you next time on Wildermyth. Farewell.
No one knows what winter yet will bring. Something in the woods is fair.